Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Jaggs Journeys live stream on YouTube. Once again, thanks for joining me again on another Wednesday night. So I know we did skip last week. I didn't get home from work till, geez, I think it was nearly 8 o'clock. So it was just a crazy day at work. Lots going on, and just had to skip the last week. So here we are again for another live chat, Fright Nights edition. So we'll be talking my experience at Fright Nights tonight, and you can ask questions about Fright Nights if you're going. So we'll keep that to the topic essentially, or if you want to talk about the other parks and their Halloween events and things, that's fine. We can chat that too, but we need to stay on topic. Okay, I'm finding there's a lot of chat that doesn't relate to anything I'm talking about and all that kind of thing. So chat is moderated, so there is a Jaggs moderator on, and they'll be monitoring what's going on. But just want to say a big hi and thanks to everyone who's jumping on and joining me this evening. Thank you so much for that. Pretty much, yep, got all my regulars there. Great to see you all there, and thank you all so much for taking time out of your evenings for a chat. And again, this is going to be a Fright Nights. This is going to be a Fright Nights chat, and it's basically going through everything that I went through. You can ask questions about Fright Nights if you're planning on going, that sort of thing. We can talk about the other spooky nights and Happy Halloween and that as well that are upcoming as well. So yeah. So big thanks to everyone who's jumping on, and thanks to everyone who is saying hi. I think everyone is saying hi. So a big hi and hello to every single person who's saying hi on here tonight as well. So all right. We got over 20 there, so we'll kick it off. What do we got? Okay, so someone's saying I'm going to Fright Nights on the 11th, but I'm scared. So, do you have any tips not to be scared or to be able to handle the scares? Okay, cool. Yeah, so I guess Main Street is a precinct called Payne Street. Now, obviously, Main Street's an area of the park where you got to go, I guess, get to other parts of the park. However, this year they've got the Flight of the Wicked Witch open in the Wizard of Oz area. So, pretty much when you're in that precinct, in the Wizard of Oz precinct, you can then cut straight through to the mazes, like literally straight through to the mazes up the back. It's opened up. So you can kind of avoid the scare actors. To be honest, the main scare actors are literally in Main Street, or Payne Street as they're calling that. So that's where they are. They do come at you. There's chainsaws going. There's the guys, or probably the guys and girls, probably, and the people that they skid. They come at you and skid, and the sparks go and that kind of thing. They use fake weapons and things like that. Essentially, yeah, it's that's probably the scariest part, is in that, I guess, getting up Main Street. So if you're hanging around the front of the park, though, like say with the fountain, the rides up there, there's really no scare actors there. But if you come into Fright Nights, like us, we're going there for the event to see the scare actors and all that kind of thing. If you just want to go for the night rides and none of the Halloween stuff, you can sort of start at the front end of the park, and then you can cut through past Superman to Wizard of Oz and go through there. And then you'll be pretty fine, really, to be honest. They will have the flames going off at the fountain, of course, but that's just every, 2 minutes or something. They might give you a fright when you're sort of standing there, because the gas makes a noise, obviously. So, yeah. But, to be honest, other than that part there, if you get through Main Street, and they're only really between, well, pretty much from, I guess, at the start of Main Street, like by just before the Roxy there, I suppose. Probably outside Stars Restaurant, and up to about where the plaza is. So, but then when you walk from the top of Main Street, say past Scooby, there's really no scare actors in there. The next zone is there's the clowns, which are down by, I guess, just before you get to Midway Games. But they kind of stay in the one spot though. They don't really come around at you with chainsaws or anything. They're sort of they might come up to you, but they don't. They're sort of in one spot, so you can kind of get around and that. And through the western area, there's no scare actors in there. There is a precinct in their containment, but it's actually set up as a mini maze off to the side, like where Santa normally sits. So there's no real scary stuff going on there either. And obviously Wild West Ride is open, so you can get to that as well. So if you cut through Superman, through the Wizard of Oz, and then cut up to the back of the mazes, and you go past the mazes, if you're not doing the mazes, you can go down to Wild West that way. So yeah, there's a few ways around the park. Or hang out in a group, that kind of thing. But if you're going to Fright Nights, other than night rides, you're probably going for Fright Nights itself, right? Which is the main event. So it's not too scary. I mean, I guess it is. The mazes are, there's a couple of mazes there that are pretty scary. Probably the least scariest maze would be probably DC Deceased. I would think. Yeah, it's still. I mean, it's. Don't get me wrong. Like I got scares in that maze more than any other year, and I feel there's more actors in that maze than what there was in other years. It felt that way. So that one felt pretty cool, and they got cool sets and stuff in there. So, and then probably the next one would be probably I guess in terms of least scariness would be probably Hell Ship. Yeah, and then maybe Circus, but I guess some people can't stand scary clowns, so everyone's a bit different there. For me, this is, and then I guess the Eternal Dark would be the second best scary one, and then Crypt of Cain would be my first one. Have you guys seen the shorts videos I put up on stories or TikTok? The sneak peek of those two, so you can see all the scares I get, and they're pretty good. So yeah, for a first night, it was actually really good. I normally go. Well, I came this close to coming on the second night because to me they iron out all the bugs the first night, and then the second night everything's clockwork. But I really couldn't fault the first night at all. I just decided last minute, yeah, look, I'm going to go to the first night, and I tell you what, I was pretty happy with the whole night. So all in all, it was really cool. Anyway, I can see a ton of questions there, guys. So just bear with me. But we are talking Fright Nights. We are talking the movie world Fright Nights. We are also going to be talking about the other couple of upcoming Halloween events at the other parks as well. So if you've got some stuff there, which is cool. So Anton's saying you're flying up tomorrow. Excellent, mate. Well, I hope you have an awesome time up here. What have we got here? Yeah, so yeah, Aston. So yeah, my favorite maze, like I said, was Crypt of Cain. It was definitely my favorite maze, without a doubt. Michael Horton saying, "Did I scare you?" Most likely, if you've seen my videos, you'd know if you've scared me. So you need to check it out. You need to check it out. Cash and Callum Gamer has some questions about Fright Nights. Yep, that's what it's all about tonight. It's about Fright Nights. What else we got? So saying it's too scary for me. Fair enough. It's not for everyone. We got here. Yeah, Superman Escape is still down. So, yeah, especially through the holidays, it's very unfortunate that it's having to go through such a lot of maintenance and replacement parts at the moment during this time. But at least if they can get it all sorted, hopefully it'll be up and running for the Christmas school holidays. Which I tell you what, they do not want to have a ride like that down for that period of time. That's for sure. I mean, they wouldn't want to have it down either. So. Hey Sue, thanks for jumping on. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Jaggs, when you do your videos, how many days does it take to edit it? Editing the video. So, for example, the Fright Night one. Obviously, I was there Saturday night. The event finished at I left there at 11 p.m. Time I got home, at that time of night, I'd actually been doing other stuff during the day, so it was a busy Saturday, and I'd filmed other stuff as well. So, but anyway, started editing that video. So that started, I think, at 7 a.m. Sunday. I started editing the movie world one, the Fright Nights one. I think that one took about 6 hours, roughly, to put together. Because when you're there, you film things through the night, and sometimes in the audio film isn't the order it makes sense in. And then for the mazes, so essentially the golden rule here is no one can film the mazes. However, myself and a few other content creators were invited to film in the maze. There were some strict guidelines around that, which I want to say most of us adhered to. I've seen some other videos out there that some people just didn't listen or read the email, and the rule was you're not supposed to film it from start to finish. You're supposed to film it in stage and like in stages, mix it up. A lot of focus on yourself with reactions, and so it's a whole mixed thing. So that if you're watching it and you're excited to go to Fright Nights, you're not going to go, oh, I know where the scares are because I know how the maze flows. I've worked it out. I've watched it 6 times, and that's what I don't want, because that's going to ruin I guess the effect of all this. It ruins it. So that was a pretty strict stipulation this year. It was controlled different this year. We were given a wristband for filming permissions, which got checked at the entry of the maze. And then, yeah. So, again, it was pretty specific about that. So, yeah, we were very fortunate to be able to be given that opportunity by Village Roadshow, Movie World. But yeah, when we, again, edit, so having to, because obviously you're filming it from start to finish when you're filming it, but given the strict guidelines around how they said we weren't allowed to just show it from start to finish. So we have to then edit that, cut it, make it make sense. And then, of course, there's other little videos and reels and things we do as well, and post and things. But it kind of, it's a lot goes into it. Obviously, I do music. I try and get the right music, the right fit or feel of music for the video. Sometimes I got to do a couple of voiceovers where I feel I need to blend into the next scene or what have you. So I might not have been able to speak at the time because of noise or what have you on the night. So sometimes the mic doesn't pick up properly. I think I had one issue with the mic that night. But overall, wasn't too bad. But yeah, about 6 hours. Sometimes it can take longer. And then it depends. Sometimes the old Wi-Fi has issues and I have upload issues. So that can sometimes take a couple of hours just trying to sort that out. But anyway, it's a bit of an ordeal, the editing side of it. But that's what I actually enjoy, is then that's when I sort of feel that I'm creating something like the finished product. So that's where I try to spend a lot of time. I guess I'm hard on myself because I watch it so many times, and if one thing's not quite right, I'm like, if I don't like it, someone else is going to go, you stuffed that up or whatever. I mean, it's never perfect, right? I'm not saying my stuff's perfect. I try my best and try to make it so you guys enjoy it, and you can have a laugh, or you enjoy the music, or you can get some value out of the videos. And that's my intent, is to make sure, if you're watching a Jaggs Journeys video for an event or something you're going to go and visit, then you can get the information. It's not full of spoilers, obviously, but it will show you what's basically the event's all about, so you know what to expect upon arrival and that kind of thing. And you can always ask questions, via DM, via Instagram, and all that prior to heading to an event or whatever as well. Happy to help. So answer your question a long sort of way, but there's fair bit in it, and editing can take quite some hours actually. So yep, that's why I have 1 day filming, 1 day editing, then back to work 5 days a week. And I've got a pretty big role. Like, my outside job is pretty big role, so it's long and big hours. It's my career. Obviously, it's my career. So this is my hobby, my weekend hobby, which I absolutely thoroughly enjoy and love. And I'm glad you guys enjoy it. Cool. What else we got here? Forgive me. I am actually very shortly upgrading my prescription to a slightly stronger one. The old eyes needing a stronger prescription. These are prescription ones, but so sometimes I've just got to take a bit of time to adjust my eyes. But anyway, someone's saying Jane, I've been, Jamie, is it? Yeah, I've been to Singapore for the Fright Nights and at Singapore Universal Studios Horror Nights, and it was awesome. Yeah, that Universal do a great job. I mean, hands down. I've never been to one. I've obviously just watched them on video on YouTube. But yeah, one day I'd love to get to either Singapore's one or the US ones. Just like everything, just costs a lot of money. So one day, keep saving. But yeah, I heard they're cool. I'm glad you got to experience that. That's awesome. Right. Hey, mate. How did the Wizard of Oz area look at night? Since I the sun was just setting when you saw it. Yeah, it looks impressive. Very much so. The castle there, the Emerald Palace, or whatever you want to call it, it does look impressive. And it's certainly a place that looks probably better at night, I think. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. I'm going to Friday Nights on Friday or Saturday, and I need some suggestions about how much scare actors there are and where they all are. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, pretty much Main Street or Payne Street, majority are just there, and then the clowns are down before you get to Midway Games after Scooby Castle, but they stay in the one. There's like a big clown mouth like prop, like a photo op, and that's where they are there for the photo op. And to be honest, that's it from scare actors other than the mazes. So yeah, but Main Street or Payne Street is pretty full on. There's quite a number of them in there. Again, you can avoid that if you don't like it. You can go up through Wizard of Oz and then come around by the mazes up the back. It's all opened up, and then come down by Wild West Falls. There's no scare actors. Well, I didn't see any on the night I was there down through Wild West, because there used to be the hillbillies and all that. This year there is a containment like precinct. But it's like a little mini maze they've set up to the side under where like Santa normally sits at Christmas time. So it's just in there, and there's just people in like the white suit, like the protective suits. And so yeah, kind of zombie-fied, but not really. And they stay in there really, so they don't bother you. So it's actually not too bad. It's you could avoid most of them, to be honest. Just Main Street. It would be the only time you'd get them. But if you walk down the footpaths rather than down through Main Street, it probably won't come at you so much. I would think. But watch the video if you haven't already done so. You'll have a good idea on that. How much extras? Fast track tickets. Okay, so I think it was $130 per person. Gives you one entry into each of the mazes. So it's all done on your phone too, by the way. It's not done by wristband. So you do have to have your phone, and you do have to have the Village Roadshow Theme Parks app. And then when you buy that ticket, you load it onto your app, and it comes up on your homepage. So it goes on your homepage, not where your normal tickets are. or passes. So on your homepage, you scroll down and you'll see them all there. And when you come up to, well, actually, first of all, before the start of the night, you got to hit start session on your phone. It'll come up with a button that says start session. That then loads them onto your phone properly. And then when you go into your homepage and then you go to each of those mazes, just before you go through the first point, not the entry into the maze, but at the queuing point, at the start of it, show your phone. You click on the maze you're going into, and then it brings up a QR code, and then they just scan your QR code, and then you go through. It's pretty simple, but yeah, that's how that kind of works. It is expensive, but so it's definitely worth it. So depending on what your priorities are, I guess. So if, for example, for me, I wanted to do all the mazes for filming reasons for the video. So I needed to get through them. Otherwise, you definitely wouldn't get through them all necessarily. But the queues are they can be quite long, pretty long, especially the two new ones. However, if you think, okay, I went last year, I'm not going to even bother about the other three. I just want the two new ones. You'd get through those two without having a fast track. You'd still be waiting a while. But my recommendation would be, the start of the summoning at the beginning. They have like the opening of Fright Nights in Main Street. Well, to be honest, if you've seen that before, I mean, I always enjoy it. You could almost go straight to the maze area. If it's, I'm not sure if that's open yet, but get ready to go that way essentially. And yeah, I mean, get up to the maze early and be one of the first in. That's the way to do it. They fill up pretty quick. The horror encounters are pretty cool in the plaza. Essentially, photo opportunity or experiences like you would have seen in my video. They're pretty cool, and I enjoyed them. Did them last year, and I just enjoyed doing them again too. But yeah, fast pass. It just depends. If you've only got the one night and you want to see everything else, you're gonna need it. And if I understand if you've got a family and it's $130 each, it's a lot of money. I guess it just depends on your preference. So yeah, but I think it's needed if you want to get it all done. Ryder's saying he just goes there for the atmosphere. Fair enough, mate. When I go to the theme parks and events videos, how many days before you post them? Okay, so depending on what it is, usually straight away. So, like, for example, like I was saying before, I film on a Saturday, I release on a Sunday. My release day typically is just Sundays. So, however, again, I work full time during the week. So, if it hasn't really got a timely sort of like for example, I wouldn't release a Halloween video in December. No one's really interested in looking at it then. They're all, thinking about Christmas, and, you wouldn't release a Christmas video in February. Everyone's over Christmas by then, right? So there's certain things that are timely. And the other things, like I've still got some Singapore content to come out, but they're just, attractions in Singapore, so they can be anytime. And that's just when I have time to do them, because I've also got to keep up to date with what's happening in the Gold Coast and with our theme parks here, because obviously most of my subscribers are more interested in that content. So I've got to make sure, I'm up to date with everything here. And I've got the other stuff, I've got quite a few videos still to put out. So of the other overseas stuff, which is cool. But yeah, generally it would be with the next day or within the next couple of days, essentially. Because if I've got a fair bit going on, it's again, that editing takes hours, as I said. So I've got to prioritize what needs to be released first and then go from there. What am I up to today? I work. I work full time and do the live stream. Princess Meta saying she had a big day and would want more people to go with her. Yeah, I mean, the more the merrier, I'd say. Hey, Chris, how would you rate the new Stars Terrace? Looks good online. Yeah, different from Jane's at Dreamworld. Yeah, for sure. smaller, obviously, than Jane's as well, but existing location. I think it's amazing. Like, it's the same people that built Jane's, the same build company, actually designed and built this as well. So it's there's some similarities there, and particularly in the finishings and like the display case with like the artifacts type thing. It's pretty cool like that. I haven't eaten there yet, other than the food. I went for the first bite pre-event party in there, and they were handing out sliders and satay sticks and spring rolls and samosas. It was so much food. It was all delicious. Yeah, so I couldn't fault that. But I haven't actually eaten off the actual menu yet in there. But I know a few people that have, and they rate it. In fact, a couple of people said they liked it better than Jane's. I mean, Jane's is excellent. So that's pretty good. So that's a good start for them. You're never going to please everyone, right? No matter what, someone's always got something negative to say. But as long as you enjoy the food, the pricing is what it is. It's theme parks. It's going to be more expensive, right? It's just normal. So you can choose to go there, or you can choose to buy a churro or a sandwich. Do you know what I mean? So everyone's different and spends differently. So it just depends what you want to do and what you want to spend, really. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful venue, and it's so good to have that up there. And I like the kind of sports bar feel and movie kind of. There's some nods there to the silver screen era and things like that. So yeah, I like it. It's a modern take on a sports bar / theme park kind of movie world venue. Like it's pretty cool. It has a bit of a vibe, actually. All right, sorry, I've just got to go back. Okay. So first of all, fuel radar. Yeah, fuel radar. Apologies if I didn't pick this up sooner. I was chatting, but thank you so much for the super chat. You guys have always supporting me, and I really appreciate you guys jumping onto the lives as well. And yeah, questions, how's it going? I'm going good, thanks. And I've been very busy, obviously, with last weekend. I had the preview screening of the preview of the mazes on Friday night. Saturday, I was doing some other stuff, filming another attraction, and then Saturday afternoon into the night was Fright Nights, and then there's editing. So yeah, been very busy, and obviously there's other events coming up with the other parks and that sort of thing as well. But yeah, going good. And again, I appreciate you guys' support, and also for jumping on the lives as well. So thank you very much for the super chat. It is very much greatly appreciated. And I'm glad you could join me again this week. Thank you for that. And sorry, I missed that a little earlier. I think I did notice something coming through, but apologies for that. But thank you. All right. Moving on. Okay. So, thanks for. So yeah, some questions about the scare actors. So he says, well, they say, thanks for that. I'm going to go through Main Street and face my fears. Hey, fair enough. Stick to the footpaths, and you sort of go around them because they sort of stick to the middle mainly. Then they might do the odd skedaddle. But if you don't look scared, if you're like, then they target you. Just keep that in mind, right? So just do your cool walk up there, and you'll be fine. What do I recommend? The best maze to do at Fright Nights, and has the shortest lineup. Shortest lineup. Well, it would either be, I don't know. Probably it's either Hellship or Circus. Probably the shorter queues. Definitely those. Maybe Hellship might have the shortest, but it's still, when it's busy, it's still quite a queue there. So, but again, best maze, Crypt of Cain, scariest. Really good props. you know, it was really well done. And again, that's one of their own and is excellent. So yeah, hats off to the people that design and put those together because I think they really thought about, and some of the characters that they come up with in there just I don't know how they think of these, but a bit creepy and weird, but that kind of adds to the scariness of the maze. It really was. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I mean, if you haven't already seen my video or some of the shorts I've done, like I genuinely got genuine scares in those mazes. So, and multiples and multiples. So yeah, um, yeah, it was definitely the best one for sure. That one. Um, Hey, Jake, Melonious Coasters, thanks for jumping on. Yep, I'm doing good, mate. But it seems Fright Nights is one area where Movie World has Dream World hands down. Best beat hands down. Yep. What would you like to see Dream World do to try to compete at Halloween? Yeah, good point. Definitely. It's funny because Dreamworld's demographic is young families. That's their demographic. Movie World's demographic is, I guess it's a blend of everything, but predominantly when you actually look at, I mean, obviously, I used to work there years ago, but when you do look at the demographics, it's sort of in that late teen, sort of that teen and adult, sort of more into that sort of demographic more so. So that's why they decide, they target their attractions and rides to their demographics. Obviously, Dreamworld, we're still going to have people that want thrill rides, of course, but it's that the younger families, and then that's why they sort of probably have more of that stuff compared to the thrill rides. Still got the thrill rides, and no doubt they'll put more in time as well as the park grows, because they need that kind of stuff, right? As well as family rides. But yeah, Movie World needs, I guess, has that older demographic. So hence, like actually, I was working at Movie World when we had the very first Fright Nights, the very first one, and it was a really family friendly dress up Halloween trick or treat event. Essentially, that's what it was. Like Dreamworld. It felt like that. It was a happy, fun event for all the family, all the little kids. Everyone dressed up. I remember there was this family, a whole family came in, and it was like the Shrek family. They were all dressed as Shrek, but like they'd done it all themselves, and the costumes were just wow, wow. Everyone was like, wow, look at them. It was crazy. But then I guess with what's happening in the US parks, over time with their scare events, and they've just been getting more scarier and more scarier. And I think, there's a whole different demographic, which come to those events. Hence why that event isn't included with like a free upgrade or a redemption, because you're going to get the people that don't have the passes, that want to go to those events. They don't have annual passes, but they want to go to those events. So I think they definitely saw a gap in the market and went, okay, we need to have a separate ticketed event that's a real scary, like full on thing, just like the US parks. And that's that different demographic that they capture at night. So I think Dreamworld, they would need to do something similar. Maybe have their family friendly happy Halloween, but then maybe have a couple of nights where it's different, and maybe it's a bit earlier in the piece or what have you, or on certain nights. Maybe the family friendly ones are only on, I don't know. I suppose kids go to school, so when do you have it? But maybe the Happy Halloween one is only on like a Friday night, and then the adults one's on the Saturday night for 15 up or something. The more scare one. The problem with that is how they'd transform the park, or from day to night, and from the night before not so scary to a scary event. Maybe they could do something like utilizing some of the existing assets, like for example that Kenny's Mansion. That's actually pretty cool, right? I mean, when you walk through there, it's not so scary at the moment, but that could definitely be 100% utilized as a proper scare maze, like without a doubt. There's land out the back that could build, like what movie board's done, build permanent structures for Halloween, and they could do things like that if they're not planning on, developing that land. They could do it. They could definitely do it, and I reckon they'd sell tickets. But they'd have to do it differently, right? There have to be something that would draw you to that. But yeah, you're right. At the moment, yeah, movie board definitely have that. I mean, there's sellouts. Every night is sold out. I don't know what the capacities are. I know what the day park capacities are, but nighttime capacities are not as much, not as big, for safety, and the whole park's not open. Of course, the kids area isn't open on a Fright Nights, but yeah. So I think you're right. But they could do it. They already got some existing assets. They could do stuff around the back, down near the like where the log flume used to be. Maybe they could build something out there, or over on the island, or through Rivertown. I don't know. I think they could do something quite good, and I think maybe they're thinking about that. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but you just think, well, they'd surely, because if the old saying goes, if you change nothing, nothing will change. So if you're just going to stick to that same little event, the family friendly one forever, then that's all you're ever going to get, and you won't sell more tickets. If you do both and offer something, a scare one as well, you'll sell more tickets, and that will change, the park's, I guess, revenue. Obviously, probably the first maybe year or two, they probably won't make any money, because they'll have to invest in, building extra things, and there's a lot of expense. But like what Movie Board did, but now it's pretty much the structures are there. It's just a little bit of cost involved with costuming and obviously set design, but essentially the structures, are there. The main cost was done when it was built, so it would pay off over, maybe 3 years or something, 3 to 5 years. It would pay off. So anyway, food for thought. Great question. Big Crouchy, how are you, mate? Good to see you. We're booked in for Spooky Nights on the 24th. Happy Halloween on the 31st. Excellent. On the Halloween night. That'll be cool. Also maybe no smoke about the back of Wild West Falls due to upsetting the sensors. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So we were hoping for a lot of fog for Wild West Falls when we rode it at night. But unfortunately there wasn't. And yeah, look, it could be sensors. You're right, that could probably impact sensors, maybe, which wouldn't be good. So, but yeah, I mean, it still looked cool. I know on the video I did, and by the way, you're not allowed to, you're not allowed to film on that ride. But however, I was able to film using AI glasses, so my hands were secure at all time. Glasses were also secure. Oh, sorry, got itchy nose. But the quality, because of the blue lighting, it just blues out everything. So yeah, it wasn't the greatest quality, but still, it was a great. We enjoyed doing it at night time, and I recommend doing it at night. All rides at night are different anyway, so definitely worth checking out. They could do a little bit more, I think, but you never know. It was still pretty good. We enjoyed it. All right. Excuse me. Okay. How do you buy me a coffee? Excuse me. So, whenever I promote it on my video, whenever I'm thanking people for buying me coffees, a QR code comes up on the screen. You can just scan that QR code. So there would have been one in my last video at probably the end of the video. Or you can just go to Instagram, and on my profile or bio, there's a link for Linktree. You can click on Linktree, and that brings up all my links. So to my merch website, if you want to buy merch, to the Buy Me a Coffee, then obviously to Facebook, to TikTok, all that. All the links are on there. It takes you everywhere, YouTube. So yeah, you can just do it through there. And that's how you do how I do the shout out. So if people want a birthday shout out, if they want to just buy me a coffee to support the channel, they also get a shout out for supporting the channel. And it's appreciated. It really is. And like Fuel Radar, they've done a super chat on the live. There's lots of ways. You can also say thanks on the YouTube videos. Also, you can do it that way as well. Don't forget too, I've mentioned it before. There's a new feature. So when you're watching the video, I do appreciate it if you guys give me a like for my videos, because it's greatly appreciated. But there's a hype button as well, and that gives me points, and it helps push my content out and really helps support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. So it's just like press like and press hype. I think you can only hype, I think, a couple of times a week or something like that on the same. I think you can only do it a few times a week, but anyway, every time I release once or twice a week, I release a video. So this is my main YouTube video. Please hype. Please press the hype button. That really will help my channel a lot. So thank you all for that. And I know people have been, and I can see that. So thank you all. Just keep it going. The likes and the hypes. Love it. Is it going to be a busy December? It's always busy for me, but yeah, the parks will definitely be busy. Scooby-Doo will be reopening, probably like, I don't know, they haven't announced a date yet, but I'm guessing sort of probably mid-December. It'll be before the peak kicks in, I'd imagine. So then, of course, you got Dreamworld, King Claw. It's going to be busy as well. So, yeah. Yeah, right. So when Scooby reopens, probably the alleyway will be reopened between Wizard of Oz and Scoob. Closed at the moment, but yeah, absolutely. And Ryder's going to spend the whole day and the night at Movie World when he goes for Fright Nights. Sounds good. Big day. That's worth it. How was the opening act? Yeah, look, it was good. It was good. It was a little bit different to last year. Beetlejuice didn't come up on stage. He is in park, but he wasn't on stage. So, and they had Sarah Muddle. So she does special effects makeup with. You've probably seen it on the video if you've watched the video, where she'll cut around her face and peel her face off. It's special effects, but she does that on stage, so that was cool. And then they have all the characters come out as normal. So yeah, it was a bit different and pretty cool. It's always good to watch. Always good to watch. Yeah, King Claw. Yeah, King Claw is going to be good. It's going to be good. Do I bring the coffee is it to you? No, buy me coffee is just done on the app. It's just essentially it's a donation to the channel for the price of a coffee. I do drink a lot of coffee, but obviously that doesn't all go to coffee. It helps support the channel, helps me buy tickets for things, if I need to upgrade microphones and all that kind of thing. It's just a way of supporting the channel. One of many ways. There's plenty of other ways of supporting as well. Scooby isn't open yet, but we're thinking probably mid-December, I would say. Yes, I do drink tea as well. Well, iced tea, but it's just called Buy Me a Coffee, but it can go for if it's it's just supporting the channel. Jaggs, love your videos. Keep up the good work. Always been watching your Fright Nights videos. Thanks for posting all the time. No worries. I'm glad you enjoy them. I appreciate the support. I do, because I do put a lot of time and effort into the videos. Like 100%. I do it all myself. There's no one helping me. I mean, sometimes my wife might help with some filming stuff, but I do all the editing and put it all together. Everything, and all the schedule of my content. It's all me. That's why I'm very busy. October 12th is the last day of the Hollywood Stunt Driver show. Yes, which is this coming Sunday. So I guess the last show is normally around that 2:00 mark. Look, I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to get down there for that. I don't know, maybe, but end of the day, it's going to be the same show. But I'm guessing at the end they'll probably just do some maybe announcements or thanks to the cast. I'm sure they'd be doing something for the guys there for the very last show. So yeah, probably good to see. And then apparently they're going to turn around this new show like real quick within by December. There's going to be a new stunt show. That's crazy. So I guess they're already rehearsing. They've already recruited stunt people. So it's pretty crazy, pretty wicked turnaround. So this summer's, Scooby will be open. New stunt show. So there you got new Zoom Zone slides of Wet and Wild. SeaWorld, you've got potentially a new dolphin show. So I think the Infinity Dolphin Show also finishes soon, and a new dolphin show. So, and DreamWorld's got King Claw. So there you go. And Big Brother, don't forget, Big Brother starts, I think, early November. So when that finishes, sort of early mid-December, I'm guessing they'll have house tours. You're about to go through the house and check it all out. How cool would that be? Plus, there'll be live. You can go to some of the live shows. That's always cool. How big are the lines in the mazes? Yeah, they're long, very long. So yeah, definitely need fast track unless you're not going to do all the mazes. Love the videos, mate. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will do my best. Did you go on any rides during Fright Nights? Yeah, just did Wild West Falls. So I had fast track. I actually had fast track for the rides too, but I only actually wanted to ride Wild West Falls specifically. I was planning on riding maybe like Green Lantern Arrivals or something, or even Batwing, but just didn't get the time. Essentially, just didn't get the time. There's so much to do just in the Fright Nights event part. So yeah, but I definitely rode Wild West Falls at night. When will you be at Warner Brothers Movie World next? I don't know. Sorry. I don't know. Probably not for a couple of weeks at least. When am I going to do another Movie World update and Dream World? When I feel there's something more to show you guys, I kind of, I don't want to make videos just for the sake of putting another video out when there's nothing new or specific to show you. That's not what my channel is about. My channel is more about if there's an event on or something new is happening. I probably will give you guys another King Claw construction update. That's sort of due for one of those soon. So that'll be coming up, and then there's also the SeaWorld Spooky Nights, and then there's Dream World Halloween events coming up. So Movie World during the day, there's nothing to show you. There's nothing new. Nothing's changed since the last time I did a video there. So like, kind of why I don't need to. I don't feel like I need to make a video for nothing. Okay, so I mean, if I just want to make videos just for the sake of it, but I just want to give you guys a reason to watch the video, because it's rather than just I'm just going here again. So I just what I mean. I just want you guys to have a good reason to watch the video, because it's something different. So sometimes I do an update, but I haven't been for quite a while, and but also. I will, target a couple of things that are specifically changed or new have been added. So, yeah. Anyway, as you know, I always do cycle through the parks regularly on the channel. You'll always get updated content on all the local theme parks and attractions here. And obviously, there's overseas content on the channel as well. So, yeah. just keep tuning in, sharing the content, liking, and hyping the videos is always greatly appreciated. Really helps support me a lot. So always appreciated. I'm in the Jaggs Journeys, Jaggs Journey studio, yeah, which is behind the Village Roadshow studios. What's your thoughts on the new Star Bar at Movie World? Yeah, I really like it. I think they've done an awesome job of it. I like how it's got an indoor-outdoor flow. I love the new drinks that they've put into the bar. Yeah, it feels good. It's a good vibe in there. And it's it's kind of like, because it is essentially their whole thing is restaurant and sports bar combined. So, and that's what it is. And you get a little bit of different music in there and things like that, so you can chill for a while. And yeah, I think I really like what they've done. It'd be good if they do play some sort of movie related things on the screens as well. So I'm sure they will do that from time to time as well. Do I think King Claw will open in November or October? I think, given looking at the last time I was there, I have seen a few things, a couple of photos got sent through to me recently. So it's still quite a bit to go, and there's the commissioning of the ride, there's the staff training and all that kind of thing. I'm thinking December, but there's a chance November. It's already testing, obviously. So, but there's testing, but then there's still a lot to do around the outside, the landscaping, the theming, the commissioning of the ride, the training. There's still a fair bit to go. We could be looking at November. Definitely not this month though. All right. What do I do? So I'm a sales and business development manager in my real job. So sales and business development, and yeah, I sell stuff. So I do all around Brisbane, Gold Coast, travel around, and yeah, keeps me busy. Love it. And this is my hobby, and which I try and, pour 110% into my full-time job, and I put 110% into this job too. I try to, time permitting. Will Movie World bring back Breakfast with the Stars? You know what? I would like to hope to think they will put a breakfast menu on in there. Maybe that's something that they can expand to later. I would love that myself. I like going like out for breakfasts and things, and I actually did experience Breakfast with the Stars years ago, and they had they had like the Marilyn Monroes, and they had sorry, a really itchy nose, and Elvis Presley, all that kind of thing in there. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, pretty much. I would like to see that. I definitely would like to see that. Love your channel. Went to Dreamworld today. Live in Northern Rivers, and it wasn't as busy as I thought it was going to be. First ride wait time was 25 minutes. Yeah, that's good. I mean, obviously Queensland holidays are finished. It's just New South Wales, Victoria. Maybe some of the other kind of smaller states might still be off as well. But yeah, it's definitely not as this. Like last week was the busiest week because all states were on. But then this week it pulls back a bit quieter. Obviously because Queensland are back. So yeah, I'm glad you had a good day, and I'm glad you got on the rides pretty quick, which is cool. In your Fright Nights video, you said "geez" so many times, and I feel so bad for you because getting jump scared so many times. I didn't want to swear in my videos. Obviously, I'm not really a person that swears particularly anyway, but yeah. But it's like, geez, yeah, someone's going, I'm counting how many. Got the G's counter out. It's pretty funny, but yeah, it's good fun. I love it. It's good stuff. Okay, what do we got here? Were you just talking about the new movie border restaurant? Yep, I was at the front Stars Terrace bar. Yeah, yeah. The pizza looks good in there. Obviously they have pizza in the park already, but there's different pizza, different pizza. I like the new Stars Terrace because it's different to the other food places at Movie World. Kind of like a pub vibe. Yeah, it's different, and that's what's cool about it. Eh? It's good. A 16-year-old's allowed in the Stars restaurant because I'm 16 and want to give it a try. Yeah, it is a restaurant as well. You just obviously, because at the bar they serve soft drinks, they serve coffees, juices, teas, yeah, as well as alcohol. So just it's a family restaurant. So yeah, you can go in and order food and other drinks for sure. Apparently, Dreamwood must have been busy over the school holidays because there was cars parked out over the main road. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dreamwood got absolutely smashed, from what I've heard and seen as well. Good for them. That's great. Can you give my partner Dave a shout out? Hey, Dave. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you like the content. So it's from is it Emily Lyon? Yeah, Emily Lyon. So yeah, cheers, Dave. Dave M. Yeah, Dave M. Thank you, mate. Appreciate the support watching the videos. Glad you liked them. Hey Pam, she's saying you drove past Dreamworld and Whitewater World last Friday and it looked packed. Yeah, and Monday too was packed. I think on the public holidays. So yeah. Would I say the mazes are wheelchair accessible? Yes, I believe all the mazes are wheelchair accessible, from my understanding. Part of their process there is doing the run throughs with the wheelchairs before they can even open them to the public. I'm pretty sure that's the case. But in all, as you should always do, always check with guest services, and they'll advise you on any other specifics. But as far as to the best of my knowledge, yes. Best of my knowledge is yes. There's nothing you had to sort of step up into or down, that kind of thing. What was the scariest maze? Yeah, definitely Crypt of Cain, in my opinion. Was it better than last year, the Fright Nights event? Look, the whole event, all in all, was probably very, very similar to last year. I think there was aspects of this year that were way better than last year, but then I think there was a few things last year that were better than this year. So I don't think they really need to do that containment mini maze. Really, I would prefer to have the hillbilly zombies and all the smoke pumped through Wild West. It was scarier and more freaky. I feel anyway, but there was kind of lacking something down that end of the park. So I think maybe they could do that. Yeah, I don't know. Like there was probably just a few other things, but the mazes were definitely yeah, they were awesome. They were definitely awesome. Man, itchy nose. So what else? Do I know any other theme park people from TikTok? Look, pretty much we all know each other. So if they're a local theme park content creator, yes, we would have we all know each other for sure. I don't think there's. I mean, there might be a few that have just sort of There's always every now and then you see a new one just pop up. They go for a while, then they drop off. I don't know. That seems to happen pretty regularly. So I don't know those people so much. I haven't met all them, but all the main ones that you get regular, consistent content from, yeah, we all pretty much know each other. We hang out a lot too. A lot of us, and like we see each other at events and things. Always say hi. Yeah, we all have similar interests, and it's good. It's cool. We're all out there trying to do our own style on things, which is cool. All shout outs are just done through the Buy Me a Coffee app. If you want shout outs on the videos, so just so you know, There's no set amount or anything, but the minimum on there is just like $5. That is appreciated, because obviously I get screeds and screeds and screeds of requests. I can't. If you support the channel, you absolutely get shout outs, birthdays, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, just through the Buy Me a Coffee app. So sorry, I'm just reading. My grandma came to Fright Nights with our family, and she's like 50 or 60. She had a heart attack, and we had to get an ambulance and saw her at the hospital. Was that last year, was it? I'm sorry to hear that. I hope all is well there. In your Fright Nights videos, you said, oh, sorry, yeah, geez, yes, we know about that. Happy Halloween. Yeah, you can dress up. Yeah, so Fright Nights don't really allow you to dress up. You can have sort of basic face makeup, like basic kind of face makeup, or a headband or something like that. Yeah, Happy Halloween. You can dress up as a family, or what have you. But I don't think you can have full face masks. I think there's still no full face masks, I believe. Just check out it online, I guess. What else we got here? Sorry. Reading. Writer's saying that the third night has already sold out, and the second night is almost sold out for Fright Night. So there you go. It's selling out fast. So if you haven't been yet and you're thinking about going, the nights are selling out. So keep that in mind if you're wanting to experience Fright Nights. Do you think Movie World should ban small kids at Fright Nights? Well, the event is actually, I think it's 14 years and up. It actually states it on all their websites and everything. But yeah, I saw some families with some very young children there, and I like, they shouldn't be allowed. You're right, they shouldn't be allowed in there. They should say, I'm sorry, you can't enter there. We'll give you money back. Yeah, I don't know who's kind of, unless they sort of stayed in the park. I don't know. I don't know if they've checked everyone, but anyway, will Spooky Coaster look different from what we have seen in the first one? So it's going to look really close back to the first original, but better. All I can say is that, but better. Okay, so think of the original, but better. So that's how it's going to. That's how that's what I can say for Scoob. All right. Hey, John. And I got the family out from Tassie. Awesome, mate. Well, I hope you're having a good time. Hope you're having an awesome time up there, up here. Hope they're having a good time up here. Do I miss the Madagascar show? Not particularly the show or anything, but I do actually miss that whole area of the park, the theming, because it was, obviously Universal sort of IP. It was themed to their standards, and yeah, you can really. There's just something so different about that Universal IP, like theming. You walk into their parks and it's crazy theming, and that was so good. The theming was so good. Costumes, everything amazing, of course. So yeah, from that respect, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, all good. Buzzy's saying he was a bit rude on the last live. He's learned his lesson. He's sorry, and he's in a happy mood. And hello, everyone, and Jaggs. No worries. Look, this is for anyone to chat about theme parks, attractions, events, and things that we've been to or up and coming. And there's a moderator, sometimes two moderators on. So yeah, we just prefer to stick to the topic, nice and easy. And if you're here for the wrong reasons, yeah, don't jump on the live. Pauline, how you doing? Good to see you on here. Thank you. Essence saying, what age limit do you think Fright Night should be? Well, it is I think it's 14 up anyway, as I was saying before. So I think that's pretty right. I think really. If Big Brother takes off, do you reckon it could return next year to Dreamwood? 100%. Yeah. I think it will. I think it will. If it's a hit, if the ratings are up, then yes. I think it's a good thing, and I really do feel it's gonna do good things for the park, and yeah, I think it's gonna bring the hype back as well. Where they're putting Big Brother at Dreamworld. So it's funny how they're doing this actually. So like the in the convention center, so where like they have the ice skating for Winterfest. Sometimes they have shows like Wiggles and all that in there. That's where they're building the house inside there. There's live cams up on the Big Brother website. Anyway, you can see them building and all the sets and stuff. It's all in there. The backyard is like out, like outside where the is it Surf Rider or yeah, like that surfing thing used to be. And where that toilet block is, like where they have all the tables and chairs, that's the Big Brother's backyard. So it's kind of weird the way they've done it. It's not quite how I thought they were going to do this, but it's in park, which makes it really interesting. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's where it's going. It's being built now. You can see the live cams. You can see them building the sets. It's pretty cool. Check out Big Brother. I think it's BBAU. I think it is. I think it's on TikTok. It might be Instagram as well. You can check out some reels they've done. Will I be riding King Claw and Scooby-Doo when they open? Definitely Scooby-Doo. I'm not sure about King Claw. Like those rides make me feel completely sick. So I don't know. I've got to be careful because I have low blood pressure and depends on the G-force on that one because it goes like at nearly 100 kilometers an hour. Like I think it's 98 kilometers an hour. Like, yeah. So I don't know. I could black out on it, and for health reasons, I may have to not ride it. But I mean, I want to ride it, but then again, I've got to be careful on that one. We'll see. We'll see. If I black out, it'll make a good video, I suppose, as well. So bit of fun. Anyway, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely Scooby Coast, 100%. What else we got here? How do I see White Christmas 25 going? I think it'll just be pretty much a blueprint from last year. I feel because the Scooby show was new last year, so I think they'll bring that back. That was a hit. I think it'll be pretty similar. Any updates on the Superman ride? I haven't heard anything more, sorry, at the moment on when that will be reopening. New Dolphin show. Yeah, that's right. They are redoing the Dolphin show. Probably for December onwards. GC Party Buses likes my video on zero latency virtual reality Halloween. Thank you. I appreciate that. So if you guys haven't seen it, there's a TikTok and a story on Instagram at the moment of a new VR experience that you can do for Halloween. If you don't want to experience the mazes at Movie World, you can go down to zero latency in Southport and you can do a virtual reality haunted house. It's pretty good, like, to be honest. It's really good. We did another game as well, shooting zombies. That was pretty awesome as well. So realistic, even though it's like in a game, but you really feel you're there. The house was the haunted house was like pretty real. Like it was pretty crazy. And then you walk down steps, and then you're like, the whole time you're on a flat surface in an arena, but in your mind you're like, how am I going to get down these steps? Jeez, like it's crazy how your mind goes. But anyway, you check that out on Instagram and TikTok stories. So zero latency virtual reality. So I've done a Just a quick video. There's a 1-minute video you can watch, easy to watch. And if you watch it toward the end, at the end of the video, there's a percentage off that you can get if you use the code that I give you. All right, so you can get in there and try it with a pretty decent percentage off as well. All right, so check that out and get down to zero latency. It's in Southport. It's actually just on Smith Street, in the Southport end of Smith Street. Really cool guys there. Yeah, it's well worth doing, 100%. So check it out. So apparently there's a couple of the existing stunt show people that are going to be in the new stunt show. Well, that's really cool. Did you see my questions I asked you last night on your latest videos at Diwali and Fright Nights? I may or may not have. I do get back. I do get through all my questions, but again, I haven't been on any social media today at all, and I got home pretty late last night, so I didn't really spend too much time on there. But I do during the week make time to go back through all my questions. But if I don't answer something, just put it in again, easy, because you can understand. I get I've got like 17,000 subscribers and like thousands of followers. I get inundated with stuff, so I do try and reply to everything, but sometimes I'm going to miss stuff, and not purposely. It just happens. So yeah, just chuck it in again, easy. But unless there was anything inappropriate, I've got a whole bunch of filters set up on all of those. So basically, anything, not just words, but anything that isn't appropriate or insinuates certain things gets just blocked and doesn't come through to me specifically. So if there's anything like that, that's not, if it's not genuinely a genuine question, then it won't even come to me. It just gets blocked out. So as long as it's not that, it'll be there and I'll see it. Okay, saying keep up the great work. Thank you. I'll do my best. So he's saying 7th anniversary for the company I work for, Village Roadshow Theme Parks. Oh, wow. Happy anniversary. That's a good innings. Andrew, Tim and Andrew Burns. Yes, is that right? Sorry, my eyes. I'm getting new glasses soon. I struggle. These are prescription, but they're not great. Hence why I need new glasses. Thank you. Anyway, thank you for jumping on, and we're doing well. Thank you. Hope you're well too. All right. Okay, so I'm going to Fright Nights on Friday. What do you recommend? Best mazes to do. If you've been before, I will definitely do the 2 new mazes 100%. Again, I looked at DC Deceased. They actually, I feel there was more actors inside DC Deceased this year, and it was heaps better. So yeah, I really feel that was a heaps better one. So that's pretty cool. Pauline's definitely going to be riding the King Claw. Okay, you can tell me what it's like once you've ridden it, and then if you survive, then I'll give it a go. Back to the Future musical's coming to Australia. It's in Sydney right now. Yeah, I've heard that actually. That might be pretty cool to go and see. Hey. Yeah, James Wilson, mate, you try that, and you'll be probably sorry for doing that. Heathen, hey mate, happy birthday to me, and Jordan, happy birthday. So is it your birthday today? Well, happy birthday. I hope you've had a great day. Or both of you had a great day. what was my favorite Fright Night Maze of all time? Yours was Evil Within 2. That was good, wasn't it? Absolutely, it was. Probably for me, it was probably the Halloween one when they had all the Michael Myers. There was like several of them all in the one maze. That was pretty cool because that was like one of my favorite movies as well, like the Halloween series. So yeah, but that was a good one. That Evil Within, that was actually really, really cool. They should bring some of them back as well. Hey Aiden, the highlight was when I signed your shirt. Sorry there wasn't much room to sign there, mate, but hey, appreciate it. I hope you had a great night. It's a pretty cool night, and nice to see you. They should do Stranger Things at VR. Yeah, they should. That'd be cool. That would be pretty cool. All right, so what do we got here? More questions. We've got, are you doing part 2 for Fright Nights? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's not cheap. And again, as the nights go on and they're selling out, it gets more expensive. So I don't know. We will see. Got a few bills coming up outside of YouTube. So what else have we got here? Are you doing part 2? Yep. Aston, I'm going to be riding King Claw. No other ride. I'm going to ride the whole day. The whole day. I would be sick after one ride, let alone the whole day. Well, when I was your age, I probably could have done that, but not now. Definitely not now. John's gonna strap my GoPro to it and get and take my place for King Claw. I might have to take up on that. We'll see. I mean, I might end up doing it. I don't know. I'll have to just get some further information regarding that. Yeah, Pauline, maybe I will write it with you. Did Universal you go to had Madagascar? Universal Florida, they had, I didn't actually go into it, but they did have a Shrek area, but I'm not sure if it was a full Madagascar area. But they do have bits and pieces at their parks of those IPs. Writer saying that they're going to be. He's heard that they're starting staff training for Scooby next month. That would make sense because it's a December opening. So yeah, that's good. So yeah, there's still a bit of work to do. At this point, I'm going to Fright Nights on the 24th. Sunday is big. Yep. Yeah, they've kept the Scooby Doo again pretty right, pretty. It's like an enhanced, better version of the first one. So yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. I'm going to audition for Fright Nights next year. Yeah, you should definitely do that. I think July, August, they do that. I think it is. Check out Evil Corp again. Yeah, it's definitely on the cards. Definitely on the cards. Pauline, could you just let me know what day you're going to be there? So yeah, I don't even know what day it's opening yet. So we'll have to. I'll have to see. I reckon you should be audition for Big Brother and Beyond. I think the audition's already been and done. Nah, it's not my cup of tea. I'm not really into living with all these different people. I don't know. It's not me. I wouldn't be able to make my videos either. So I couldn't do that. Someone's saying, please answer me. Sorry, I can't see what question you've asked me. Sorry. Where have you asked me a question? This has been removed. I don't know. Sorry, just whatever. What's your question? Is it related? Is it on topic? Then you can ask a question if it's on topic. Buzzy, yeah. Brilliant videos this week and great podcast. Adrian and Riley, thank you very much. I'm glad you liked the Theme Park Cartel podcast. Greatly appreciated for the support on that as well. Adrian, do you know when the new haunted house at Surfers Paradise is opening? So are you, Adrian, are you talking about, is that the one in like the Cavill that they do for the Cavill lane, or is this something completely new? Because I actually haven't heard of a new one going in there. But you never know. Maybe there is. If there is, I'll find it. I should do a G's counter next year. Yeah, maybe I will. Are you going to Fright Nights again? Probably not, but you never know. I mean, there's no plan to. I haven't got tickets or anything, so no, it's just expensive. 24th, I'm going to Spooky Nights on the same day. Okay. Well, enjoy that on the 24th. That sounds cool. David, how are you? Thanks for jumping on. Ryder, thanks for gifting me some of your merch. That's all right, mate. I appreciate your ongoing support for the channel. So all good, my friend. No dramas at all. It's in the mall near Time Zone. Haunted house in the mall near Time Zone. Yeah, I don't know. Unless it's Cavill Lane, which isn't a haunted house. It's just kind of a low budget kind of a walkthrough thing. Probably wouldn't do it I'll meet myself personally, but and this is something different. I'll see. I'll look up if they're doing anything there. Yeah, Buzzy, hello. I didn't see a question from you, Buzzy. So sorry, unless it got unless the mod took it out. I can't see a question there from you. Sorry, just pop it in again, unless it's been removed. Pauline, what do you think they are going to do with the Doomsday section? I guess that's probably the next thing we'll get an announcement for. So Scooby will be opening, new stunt show coming, and then I think we'll know more about what's happening there. Look, we would love to see it. Maybe a couple of things. So it'd be cool to have an awesome, like really top of the line dark ride, like a Transformers style of technology kind of ride in there. But also, how cool would it be to have like Spooky Island in there and have, if you look at Spooky Island, whilst it was computer generated in the movie, it was a real island, but the theme park was computer generated. You could, it had a ride like Trident, so there could be a ride like that put in there maybe, and they could theme it around Spooky Island. I mean, I don't know. With Scooby having such a cool following and awesome, nostalgia as well, maybe they'll do something like that. Well, that's what we were hoping for. We mentioned that in our podcast. That'd be really cool. But I don't know. It should be either a big dark ride or something like themed really cool, like say Spooky Island. That would be pretty cool, I think. But they'd have to make it like maybe put some side shows in there, like games and stuff, and really do it well. I guess maybe a couple of things. Have you seen the video? Have you seen the video that Dreamworld released about the sneak peek of the new King Claw ride entry sign? I haven't been on any social media. Was that today? Because I haven't actually seen it. If that's the case, so that's cool. They've done a new ride entry sign. Well, that's awesome. I'll check it out after the live stream here. Thanks for letting us know. I'll have to check that out. All of us backstage at Fright Nights were talking about you, Jaggs. You're very well loved by us scare actors. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I hope you've all seen the videos and the reels I've done. I hope you've all shared them and liked them and keep sharing it. That's appreciated. But yeah, you guys do a great job, honestly. Yeah, genuinely got genuine scares and pretty much in all the mazes. It was this year. I think was definitely amped up a lot more, and yeah, so well done on a great job from the team and everyone back there as well. So you can pass that on from me as well. Yeah, unreal, awesome. So you never know if you do see me coming through again. I might be. You never know, but if I do, it might be one of the last nights of the Fright Nights, or back in the back end somewhere. But yeah, loved it. So thank you. Appreciate the comments. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I have a big order of your merch on the way. Awesome. Well, thanks, Aston. I really appreciate that very much. When did you order it? So I haven't had any notifications come through yet. So because I get notified on the shipping and everything. So I'll keep an eye out. Have you seen the video at Dreamworld? Okay, we read that one. Yeah, so yeah, I'll have to check that out of the Dreamworld's King Claw sign. David's going to SeaWorld Saturday night. Well, enjoy that. I hope you have an awesome time. Okay, it looks like okay. Do I follow Parks Forum? I don't actually. To be honest and frank, I just don't have time to. I don't have a lot of spare time. I literally don't have spare time. So, look at occasionally now and then. If I come across, I'll have a quick squiz on there. But yeah, I really haven't got the time for that. I know it sounds bad because I know those guys do great work. But yeah, I'm just time poor. So, but yeah, I'm aware of them, and I kind of know sometimes they mention my channel and stuff, which is fine. Hopefully it's all in a positive manner. But yeah, absolutely. So, all right, sorry, I was just reading a few comments there. An inside source told me that the new stunt show is going to be completely done by a new company with their own insurance compared to the current one run by Movie World. Well, that's good. That is really cool. Hopefully, it'll be 10 times more exciting and like with stunts and stuff. I'm hoping it's going to be more like Police Academy. So that's what we're hoping, right? So, no worries, Ryder. Thanks for jumping on, mate. All good. I'll catch you in the parks. See you on the next journey. Oh, yeah, little red jump. So you have shared the videos. It's doing the rounds, and we think your footage is amazing. Thank you so much for your kind words there. No, that's all good. Yeah. I mean, definitely. As I said before, I think this year is I think the scare actors this year were just heaps. I'm not saying they weren't great in other years, but it just seemed more like what I was expecting this year, more full on, and just like what I've sort of seen in the Universal videos of the scare actors, coming out at you and like that kind of stuff, grabbing, out, not touching you, but grabbing out towards you and things like that. It was pretty cool. So that's the kind of stuff, and like just the scares from different angles and things, and yeah, just the yeah, just I think everyone was just in their characters so well. Yeah, and again, went through the mazes twice. So we did the Friday night and the Saturday night, and they were both excellent. So yeah, awesome. It was so good. Really enjoyed it. Didn't like the scare person with the face coming off. Yeah, Sarah Muddle. So I don't know her personally, but I've met her several times over the years. She used to work with Ferophobia a fair bit. She was always there, and just got to know her just through me doing my videos and things like that. Um, Amazing, isn't it? It's gross. It's gross and scary, but she does a great job. The special effects makeup there is incredible. So, and it was so cool to see her getting, being center stage for the opening act, and then having her own in Main Street, like where the Batcar is normally parked in the alleyway. She has her own backdrop there, where she's there most of the night. Obviously, she has to have breaks too, like anyone, but she's there most of the night. You can go in and then she does the face peel and get photos with her or video. It's cool. It's awesome. So yeah, it's scary and it's gross, yes, but it's pretty cool. It fits so good for the event. Something different they've added, and of course, Hellfire event there was really cool. They had that a couple of times a night as well with the like the sparks and the fire and everything. The show was pretty awesome. So obviously I didn't show the entire show in my videos. I don't like doing that so that it's not ruined for anyone. You just get an idea of what you can potentially see at these events. So yeah. So yeah, really cool night. Hey, am I going to Ferophobia? Yeah, absolutely. I love the team at Ferophobia. They're such awesome people, and I'll be checking it out again on one of the nights, probably like the Saturday. And again, that's a bit different this year too. It's you can sort of anyone can go in. It's gonna be like a festival. Oh no, sorry, like a fun park, like a fair with rides and entertainers and things. And then if you want to pay to go on the rides or through the mazes, you do that separately. So that's really cool. I like that. So I'm looking forward to that. What else we got there? Any news on Superman? Yeah, nothing yet, unless anyone else has something, but no, not as yet. Hey, Buzzy. Yeah, look, I always give people like say hi on here. No worries. Appreciate you guys jumping on the lives. But any shout outs in the videos are done through the Buy Me a Coffee app. If you want to actually support the channel, that'll be great. Thank you. But thanks for jumping on. Again, please keep the topic to topic and appropriate conversation, please. Otherwise, this perhaps isn't the live for you if it's not what you're thinking it's going to be. Pauline, I always give you a good review. Thank you, Pauline. I really appreciate you as well. I say to people to follow you on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you. That's why it's growing so much. Thank you so much. You always give good reviews on the theme parks. No worries. And again, that's my aim. This channel is a positive channel, so it's for. I mean, look, there's nowhere's perfect. 100%, nowhere's perfect. If I think something like if I'm eating something and I say, "Yeah, look, it was good," but maybe it wasn't hot enough this time when I tried it or what have you, I'll say that obviously. But I'm not going to this channel is not about showing anything negative. It's just showcasing what you can, if they're putting on an event at the theme park, this is what the event's like. These are the things that you can do at the event. It's up to you how it turns out, when you get there. And that's the thing. Everyone experiences things differently. But yeah, I just like to make sure that people, like a lot of people are thinking of going to certain events or theme parks that maybe haven't been before or for a while, and they just want to see what they're like. And yeah, this channel has always been about just advising, but we have fun along the way. We have good music in there, and I try and put a bit of humor in there sometimes. And look, again, it's a hobby. It's not my full-time gig, but I try my best, and I just hope people get some value out of it. That's all. And I do these live streams as well. It's a good way of interacting as well, and I'm happy to answer questions and things, providing it's on topic and appropriate. Obviously, I always get a few people that think they want to come on here and start the wrong types of conversations, but that's why we have moderators on as well, and that's why we have filters set up on YouTube and stuff like that. But unfortunately, we have certain people that do that, but that's disappointing. But anyway, for the majority of people that enjoy the channel and the content, I appreciate it, and thank you so much for sharing that with people. And it is one for families as well, because obviously I want to make sure that people want to sit down with their families and watch the videos and say, hey, this is where we can go, this is what we can expect, that kind of thing. So thanks again, I appreciate it. All right. Shane, what's your thoughts on Universal adding a "Don't Scare Me" lanyard? I actually like that they've done that, and obviously that's only going to work when you're walking around the park. I think that's a good thing, because their scare actors are a little bit more full on. I think in terms of the precincts, like the outdoor, I think our mazes are almost. I mean, obviously they spend more on their theming of the mazes, but in terms of our scare actors, I think they're on par. But they have more people outside of the mazes. So more scares. We have scare actors, but they have more staff, more budget, obviously. So they have more people. So I think to have a Please Don't Scare Me is good. I think it's a good start for people who just want to experience it, but not get directly, someone coming right up to you and giving you the full scare. I think it's a good thing. Hey, Liam. Hey, Shane. Your vids from Orlando have convinced me to go over there in November. Awesome. Wish I could go back. I loved it there, I'll tell you that much. Any advice for how many days I'd need for places like Epic Universe, Islands of Adventure, and any tips? Yeah, so Epic Universe. So I only had a day because it was a special invite preview. Whole park was trading as normal, but there was only invited guests, and it was a team member thing. So a month before it opened as well. However, it was fully operational as far as everything: shops, food and beverage, rides, everything, entertainment. So it was the full experience. I got on every ride. You need to check if they're doing so. Like, for example, the Harry Potter ride, the Ministry of Magic, you could only get on that with a virtual queue. So you have to do a bit of research first whether they're still doing that, because you got to get your app ready. And it like, I think it was 11 a.m. or 10 a.m. It might have been 10 a.m. You had to go on the app and had to try and secure that. And I was lucky enough I got one, because if I didn't get one, I wouldn't have been able to ride that ride. So I got to ride everything. So yeah, it might be different by November. I'm not sure. But you'd need at least 2 days at Epic Universe, because I didn't get every single food place done or every single shop. You could spend over half a day just in each of the lands. Like, to be honest, so you could even do 3 days. Probably, yeah, like, honestly, it's that good. You could probably do 3 days there, or maybe 2 if you had Fast Pass. I know they're really expensive there. You could do it at 2 days if you had fast pass. Islands of Adventure, I did 2 days. Well, actually, I probably did. I probably did for like a full day actually because I kind of split it over two. And I did. If you go to Islands of Adventure, that's where you can also, if you buy a park hopper pass, I would recommend that for Universal Studios. It's next door to Islands of Adventure. If you buy the park hopper ticket, you get to go on the Harry Potter Express, so the Hogwarts Express, and then that train takes you to the other park. But that's the train that it's got the screens in the windows, and it's like you're traveling right across the country, and then it's like they're inside the train as well, and there's shadows. It's an experience on its own. It's so cool. But if you don't have the park hopper, you can't do that. You have to go back out of Islands of Adventure and then back into the entry of Universal. So I would do that. So like a couple of half days there and maybe another day for each of them. So maybe 2 days again, but do the half days at each of them. If you go half, then go over to do the hopper, do the half, and then the next day maybe do the same again. And again, depending on the crowds, I don't think November's busy. I don't think it's busy, so you may not need fast pass. But at least a couple of days for the parks, honestly. Yeah. It depends on the ride wait times, and again, it's just they're amazing. They are amazing. Just to give you an example of the money they spend, they have more population, right? So that they make a lot more money than our parks. So, like they spent on an Epic Universe, just the Harry Potter section, over $1 billion, just that section. So I think in total they spent about $11 billion on Epic Universe, something like that. Like that's insane money. So you walk in there, and of course it is like insane. You are completely transported into a different place. And look, we do it well here with like Rivertown now and everything. You walk in there, you do feel you're in a different place, but it's 100 times more because they got more budget. You got more money, they can do more. So yeah, but I'm glad my videos have helped you make the decision, because my videos also make me want to go back and get back over there. And I want to do Disney next time. I was only there 4.5 days, so it was just, again, it was an invited trip, so it was very fortunately, I was very fortunate, but been able to do that. And but definitely want to go longer. So I hope you have an awesome time, because you'll love it for sure. If you stay at one of the Universal hotels that's associated with the park, your room key, which I happen to have my room key still here. I stayed at the Terra Luna resort, which is essentially so with Epic Universe, they built 3 new hotels. You got Terra Luna, and then you got the Stella. What's it called? I can't remember exactly. Stella something. It's identical across the road from that one. And then there is also the Helios, which is in park, the big grand one that's expensive. These ones were about what you'd pay for a hotel, brand new though. Anyway, you get your room key, which is just like it's basically is credit card, right? But if you're staying at a Universal property, the buses come to your hotel. They take you to City Walk, which is where you need to go to Islands of Adventure or Universal Studios. If you're going to Epic Universe, that park is not near the other two. It's near this hotel. It's across the road from the Terra Luna. But you still you can walk it actually. If you're staying at the other one, the Stella, whatever, I can't remember the rest of the name, the Stella, might be the Stella, anyway, whatever it is. You can walk from that hotel. There's a path directly to Epic Universe, maybe a 10-minute walk. Gets hot there though, keep that in mind. But they have buses that take you there. So that's all cool. Free. But it's all geared up to take you there to the city walks and just, but if you're staying at a Universal property, you get early park entry for free with your key. You just have to take it. So I think the parks check the opening hours. They normally open around 9 a.m. You can get there before 8 and get in for 8 o'clock with showing your room key. That's all you need to do. So that's pretty cool that they've something good that they do there for Universal. But there's heaps of other hotels, probably cheaper ones too around in Florida. But you'll love it. Just if you've got any other questions, just let me know. I'll try and help you out. I mean, no expert. I've only been there once, but I'll you learn a lot when you're there, of course. Youngblood, she's been saying she's been practicing scaring people. Okay, cool. You should definitely try out for that next year. Jaggs, do you collect other stuff? Oh, sorry, I've just lost that comment. Whoa, hang on. Sorry, all the comments just went. Sorry. Sorry, just gotta find this play. Here we go. All right. Do you collect other stuff than pops? Not really. Not really. Nothing. I have no time to collect anything else. This is years and years of. Obviously, when they're cheap, you buy them for $20 or whatever, and some of them increase in value a little bit. So, don't know though which ones. It's on YouTube Shorts. The Dream World sneak peek of King Claw. I'll have to check it out when we're off the live. We'll check that one out. Hey Jason, Fright Nights worth it. Favorite house this year? Thoughts on the two new ones? Yeah. So look, it's Fright Nights for me is always worth it. I enjoy the event. Favorite house was definitely Crypt of Cain, which is one of the new ones, and both the new ones were excellent. So, 100%. Yep, definitely worth it. Can you do more lives at the theme parks? Yeah, it's it'll happen. Yeah, it's just time. It's just time. But yes, it will happen. There will be more lives at the theme parks. No worries, Aston. King Claw is going to be the best ride in Australia. Probably best flat ride for sure. 100%. It's going to be awesome. Okay, sorry. I'm reading comments and then I'm trying to make sense of some. So apologies. Some of the comments I'm having difficulty comprehending, so I just need to read it a couple of times. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. So Youngblood's just saying that she doesn't need to ride the rides at the festivals or like the Gold Coast show because they're free at the theme parks. This is true. I mean, so the Ekka, they charge to get into the Ekka and for the rides. That's a lot. It's a big day out. It's a lot of money. Gold Coast show, free to get in. You just pay for the rides. Kind of like Fearophobia is doing this year. Much better options. Theme park, you still pay to get in or an annual pass. And yeah, the rides, you can ride as many times as you like. But that's the whole thing with the theme parks are like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pauline was saying she's talking to a person at Dreamworld and the launch system on the Taipan is more updated than the Superman ride. So I think they're gonna do the same launch system on Superman ride. It kind of would make sense because the Superman launch is there's only I think 12 left like that in the world. I think maybe less, but with the catapult sort of system on it. Yeah, the Dreamer one is definitely Taipan is what's it called? It's like electromagnets, isn't it? I think it's a much more updated one. So that would be cool to see Superman get an updated launch system. Jason went to Orlando Horror Nights 2 years ago and preferred Fright Nights at Movie World. Well, there you go. That's a great That's a great thing to say that, because they do it well over there, and yeah, I think that particularly we do it well here too. Yeah, so over there they make you do a conga line. They used to do that here. They used to actually do that here, make you do a conga line. It does ruin the experience, doesn't it? I agree. That's nothing worse than just because you're like more worried about, and then you miss out on stuff. The person at the front gets a scare, and the time it gets to you, there's no scares. So yeah, the way you can go through by yourself, you get the scares, which is really cool. Good comment. Pauline says, because every time the Superman breaks down, they have to send the broken parts overseas. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? It's Germany or wherever it is. Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, Brandon, up the Broncos. Absolutely. How good was that? The Women's and the men's. It was crazy. And the Lions. Geez, Brisbane. All over it. Aston, thank you, Aston, for the super chat. That is really appreciated. And I appreciate the comment there too. And appreciate your support, mate. Really do. Thank you. And yeah, the super chats are very kind and generous, and I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to jump on the lives and support the channel as well. That's always appreciated. And if obviously everyone, I appreciate everyone, but also for the super chats. That's really awesome. So thank you for that. Hey, Lachlan, thanks for jumping on. Leanne says, thanks, Shane. I was thinking 2 to 3 days each for the parks. Yeah, that would be about right. Absolutely love your video on the Florida. Really excited to see that Monsters Unchained ride. Yeah, it is amazing. 100%. The whole theming, that whole Universal Monsters area is insane. Again, you can spend a lot of time in each of those lands. You can get like special effects makeup done. You can go to all the restaurants and bars and things, and it's just it's so cool. I saw you at Fright Nights on our way and Ray is live. Yes, I was on their live. I bombed their live by accident. Yeah, no, they're nice people. Very cool. I'm going to sleep. Okay, no worries. Thank you for jumping on. Appreciate your time. I know some people are in different time zones now as well, so I appreciate anyone coming in here from, if you're in daylight savings, New South Wales, Victoria, and all that. So I know it's even later. So thank you all for jumping on. That's appreciated. Timmy says, "G'day, Shane. Have you heard rumors that Disneyland are thinking of building their theme park on the Gold Coast?" I don't think that's. I mean, look, they've been definitely looking around in the past. I don't think there's anything, unless there's been something recent you're referring to. I haven't seen anything recent other than years ago, and I don't think nothing's ever come of that. But you never know. You never know. So you never know. So yeah. Anyway, we can only but hope. So that would be cool. If you've seen something somewhere, like information on that, let me know. James he's out. No worries. Thanks, James. Thanks for jumping on. Lachlan says, what? Overview at Fright Night. Yeah. What we've, yeah, we'll, do you mean you're wanting an overview? Yep. I can go back through it again. That's all cool. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. Yes, we're doing good. Hope you're well, and doing well. What else we got here, everybody? So, all right. I think I got to the end of the questions, actually. It was pretty good there. Yeah, so, again, overall, I definitely think Fright Nights is worth a visit. Now, I did do the first bite, which is the pre-event cocktail party. Now, it is $69 to go into that, and it is in the new Stars Terrace. Radio Metro's in there on the decks. Great music. There is monsters but they only stick for some reason. I don't know why. I was sitting inside with some friends, and were enjoying the food, the cocktails, the music, chatting to people, getting photos with people. It was really cool, but no monsters came in. I'm like, why is there no monsters in here? Last year it was in the Rick's courtyard, and there's monsters coming all through the thing, but they were on the outside. I don't know why they didn't come inside. So I missed out on seeing the monsters. So, or the characters. That's only sort of, not as a complaint, but it's only disappointing thing, I think, for myself. Maybe they should have announced, hey guys, if you want to see the scare characters, you got to go outside and see them out there. Maybe because they didn't want them dripping their prosthetics onto the ground. I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe because it's a new venue and they didn't want their fake blood all over the floor. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it was certainly a great experience. Yeah, look, it adds a bit more to it wasn't a cheap night. By the time you buy your ticket to get in, by the time to the venues, that was like $80. It was the early bird special, of course, which hopefully a lot of people took advantage of. But then so then there's $69 for that. Fast track was $130. So it's not a cheap night. But again, it's what you are there to experience. It's all about the experience. So, and for me, I wanted to make sure I was able to provide a video where some people might think, I don't know if I'm going to go to this event. I don't really know what's it all about. Hopefully, from my video, you can now see and go, okay, I know what to sort of expect, and yeah, I'll give it a go. And it's worth going to, like 100%, it is worth going to. If you've been before, you don't want to spin fast track, just do the 2 new mazes. If you've done the other ones, they're the same. But if you do the 2 new mazes, they're awesome and worth doing, worth the wait if you're waiting in the queues. Like I said before, DC Deceased, I believe there's more scare actors in that maze this year, which was really cool. I actually really enjoyed that maze this year. It is what it needed. It definitely needed more scare actors in there. So yeah, I really felt that was cool. Probably got the least amount of scares. It's different because that one's almost like you're watching the movie as you're walking through. There's these set pieces and scenes, and you're watching the scene. But there are jump scares in there, so don't get me wrong. You still get jump scares and good ones too. So yeah, but no, they're all good. I just think that overall it was great. It was a great night, and I definitely recommend checking it out. Also, there are other Halloween events happening across the theme parks, like SeaWorld. I think SeaWorld and DreamWorld's both start. I think it might be this coming Saturday, I think, or Friday night, maybe. Saturday, I think. So they're Halloween events. So SeaWorld has their spooky nights. Again, I think it's pretty much the same overlay, same with DreamWorld as the last few years. But of course, SeaWorld, they always have a great show on that lake there with the water and the lighting and the show that goes on. Definitely worth seeing that. And of course, SeaWorld looks great at night. If you haven't seen my Diwali video, some people are like, why do I want to watch that video? It hasn't had a huge amount of views, but it was at SeaWorld, and the rides were open. There were some DJs there. There was a laser light show. You should check out the video. And you know me, my videos, I try to make them fun and entertaining, and I try to put some good music in there and showcase the food and everything, which I did. So I definitely think if you haven't been to a Diwali Indian festival, I would recommend definitely going to one now, because I'd been to the multicultural festival at Movie World, I think last year. That was really cool, and these guys are the same people that ran that one. They decided to do it at SeaWorld, and I tell you what, SeaWorld is the perfect fit for that event. 2 different DJs there, and there was cultural performances going on in the plaza on stage. There was a DJ down by in the New Atlantis near Leviathan. Like it was an awesome vibe. Honestly, it was an awesome vibe, and you might even catch me dancing in a few times in the video as well. So I try to make it fun, right? So if you haven't seen the Diwali, please check that video out. It was only done a couple of weeks ago. So I think it's a good video. So you should check it out. But again, the parks look great at night, and that's what the good thing is about SeaWorld. And any event they do, Carnival, Spooky Nights, always great. And DreamWorld's events, they do, again, a great amount of things with that park. It looks great at night, especially with Rivertown now as well. And they have a few cool things, mainly for the kids, of course. It is a younger demographic there. And the trick-or-treat, I think their trick-or-treat, I think is free. I think you just got to buy or bring your own container. I think the SeaWorld one they charge you for. I haven't read the detail this year. That might have changed, but always check the website in case I don't want to give you the wrong info, but check it out anyway. But yeah, so there you go. My choice of drink tonight is just I've run out of I've run out of I've got a bottle here though. I've got the Peninsula Springs. Where is it? Got the Peninsula Springs bottle. Great water, by the way. But I've run out, so I'm drinking Coles water. It's not as hydrating and as refreshing as Peninsula Springs, but it does the job. And you're talking a lot. So don't forget too, Furphobia is kicking off, I think it's like Thursday the 23rd. I think it starts, but obviously the Saturday nights is going to be the big one, right? So the first Saturday is going to be where everyone will come along. It's going to be an awesome vibe. Can't wait for that. So that is going to be cool down at the front of Westfield Coomera and the empty site there. So again, free to get in this year in terms of getting into the precinct there. They'll have rides. They'll have mazes. Pay as you go. All right. So they do an awesome job. Support them. They're local family business. Check them out. Furphobia. I think it's furphobia.com.au. The whole team there are amazing. Do a great job. So check them out as well. I think Aussie World also doing a couple of Halloween nights there. If you're in Sydney, I know Luna Park do their Hella Scream as well. We've done that event, I think, a couple of times, or at least once anyway. And they do a great job as well down there. Also, Luna Park, Melbourne. Again, we've done that Halloween night, I think it was 2 years ago. And I tell you what, again, top notch. Different vibes, obviously, different parks. So they tailor their Halloween events to the park, right? So you can't go to those parks expecting a movie world or a Universal Studios type experience, because that's not what you'll get. But their events are well themed for, and it's the right fit for those parks, what you experience, if you know what I mean. So they're different parks, so you have a different feeling, and that's the vibe they go for. They're really cool. So if you're in, Victoria, support Luna Park, Melbourne. If you're in Sydney, support Luna Park, Sydney. The Halloween events, get to these events. They do amazing work, these people at these parks. A lot of work goes into them, by the way. So they need to sell tickets to get people there to experience it. And they're well worth doing. And support, as I said, local parks here, Aussie World as well. I have been to the Aussie World Halloween a few times over the years. And again, they get better and better as well. They do a great job. It's the haunt season, so support them and enjoy it. I know that most people will get to a lot of those anyway. So we've got here a couple of comments. Sam Clark, how you doing? Love the video from the new restaurant. Thank you very much. What cocktails did you try at Movie World, and what was your thoughts? So at Movie World, for Fright Nights, I was in there in the new restaurant for first bite, and part of the drinks package that you get for the price, they had a couple of different cocktails available. So I was just drinking the ones they were making. To be honest, I couldn't even tell you what they're called. There's a blue one and a red one, and they're both delicious. So, So I think they might have had, I don't know, I think they only had blue and red, but I think last year they had green as well. which was probably a Midori, I'd imagine. But anyway, they were delicious. So yeah, they were just the ones that came with the drink package on that first bite experience. It is good value. Oh, Aston's jumping off. Thanks, Aston. We'll see you soon, mate. Thank you. Yeah. So, but yeah, they do plenty of other cocktails and things there as well. So yeah. Extreme Sloth, my night's going good. Thank you. We've been having great conversations on here tonight, all about Fright Nights and Halloween events at the theme parks, which is cool. Food looked amazing, and so yeah, I mean that's not the regular restaurant food here. That was just the food for the first bite. So essentially, finger foods. They're going around serving sliders. There was like a little buffet kind of set up for again finger foods. But that's the foods you serve at those events. It was all absolutely delicious. And yeah, I was very lucky to get a peek through the kitchen there. I was invited to go out there by the head chef and check out what they're doing. And to see that it's a brand new kitchen. So to see that was great to see that. The chefs are really happy with the kitchen. And yeah, it was awesome to see it. But thanks for your comment. Yeah, appreciate it. It was Fright Night worth going this year. Yeah, it was. Again, it's not a cheap night out, but they sell out every night's a sellout. So it's already first night was a sellout. Second night's almost sold out. Third night's already sold out. So if you're still thinking about coming to a Fright Night, I would get your ticket to one of the remaining nights. I think it's over a Friday, Saturdays only. So not too many, really. The last one is it's the end of the month essentially. So get onto their website and check it out. But yeah, I think if you're into that, definitely it's at least 14 plus event. And yeah, the mazes are excellent. The scare actors did fantastic jobs. And I think it's one of the best. I mean, every year's been great, but I think I just felt the scare actors this year were like just that next level. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. As well. So, I just had Buy Me a Coffee come through from the Little Red Drum, and I really appreciate your kind comments tonight and for supporting the channel through the Buy Me a Coffee as well. So, thank you. That's very kind, and I appreciate that. And also, obviously, I've had other people supporting through Buy Me a Coffee and also super chats on here on the lives, which is very appreciated. And yeah, even just by watching the videos, liking the videos, sharing the videos, and don't forget there's a new hype button. I really need you guys to press that hype button. Helps me out a lot. It gives me points and helps YouTube decide to push my video up. If people go, give this video the hype, if you think it's a really good video, it'll take those points and help push it out to YouTube a bit more. Just help support the channel. So it doesn't cost you anything either. So it's all about supporting. If you enjoy the content, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys watching the content. And yeah, there's ways to support through things like that. So even just commenting, on the videos, I'll always try and comment back, or at least give you a like in that, depending on the comment. But I'll always try and comment something to you. That's engagement, and YouTube algorithms pick up on engagement, and it does help as well. So yeah, I appreciate, it's like on here, it's all part of supporting the channel. So yeah, so we'll try and do some in-park lives coming up. We'll start to do that more as well, like we used to do. Yeah, but it's all appreciated. Yeah, I did get a lot of scares. I like. I don't know if you've all seen what I released, but so like, yeah, like if this is the Crypt of Cain. I'll play it here. You won't be able to probably see it too well. You hopefully be able to hear it anyway. You can hear all this scares, and these are genuine scares, by the way, as well. There is music as well, but Jeez. So that was Crypt of Cain. So hope you get some laughs out of that. They were genuine scares too. That was pretty crazy. And then that was Crypt of Cain. The other new maze, Eternal Dark, same thing, right? So that was good too. That was pretty cool on the ceiling. Well themed. So yeah, like that was the two new mazes. Yeah, so yeah, definitely got really good scares out of them, mate. So maybe I do need to do a G's counter for next year. So yeah, so definitely worth doing this year. And two new mazes were pretty awesome. Absolutely. Do you think they need more new mazes or look, I don't know, maybe I don't know. I think I like there's a superhero one, there's a clown one, there's one that the hell ship one that's like underwater, that's pretty cool. And then there's the two new ones. One's an alien sci-fi one, and then of course there's the Crypt of Cain, which is just weird but scary and creepy, but it's scary. So I think they've got a good mix there. Yeah, I do like when they do IPs like Halloween or Friday the 13th. I do love those. That they cost them a lot of money to do them. That's the thing. So, and to be honest, look at what they've put together themselves and haven't had to pay an IP. So I think it's pretty cool. Movie World should give Jaggs some behind the scenes of Fright Nights and maybe even give him a costume and let him scare. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? I tell you what though, years gone by in the mazes, so part of they used to have a VIP kind of pass. They don't do it so much anymore. I don't know why, but they had secret rooms where if you did the VIP like tram tour, they'd take groups into the like secret room, and you could activate some scares. They don't seem to have. Yeah, actually, this year there was more just scare actors more than because the other years there was things that moved or like things that dropped down and things like that. There were scare activations that the scare actors could activate and see you coming. But as part of that VIP tour thing, you could go to the secret room as a dark room and you could activate these and see through the little slots and you could activate and scare people through that. That was cool. And yeah, I guess I don't do that anymore, but things like that they've done over the years. So it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, they work on these mazes for like months and months and months. So there's a lot goes into it for sure. Pauline says it's amazing I don't swear. Yeah, I'm not really a swearing kind of person anyway, but that's why I say geez, geez a lot, I suppose. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the Fright Nights recap tonight and the chat about the other events that are coming up and kicking off this weekend, I should say. And again, thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching the Fright Nights videos and all the videos, of course. But hope you enjoyed the Fright Nights ones and get a laugh out of all the scares I got. That's why I do this one for you guys. I hope everyone sort of gets a kick out of seeing, because they don't allow filming the mazes for anyone. So we're lucky to get the permissions from the management. This year it was done completely different. It was specific content creators were asked to film the maze, but again, there was some strict guidelines around, like we weren't allowed to film it from the start. Like we weren't allowed to do a walkthrough from start to finish, even though I have actually seen a couple of videos online of that, which kind of disappoints me as well in some ways, because we follow the rules, we do the right thing, we film it and we edit it in the wrong order, because we don't want to ruin it for if someone wants to come into the maze. They don't want to see it from start to finish because they want to experience it for themselves, right? But if we mix it, you can still film the whole maze, but cut it into different portions so it's not from start to finish. And then we had to have other shots of ourselves as well. So look, most people followed the rules. It was good to see. Some didn't, but whether they'll get asked again or not to film like that, I don't know. But at least you guys, if you're thinking about checking out the mazes, you've been able to see like bits and pieces what they're like. So yeah, they're scary, but worth doing. It's heaps of fun. So anyway, we're probably going to leave it there tonight. I think we've been going for a couple of hours, so long enough now. I know people are on different time zones as well, and I'm conscious of that. So I just want to say a big thanks to everyone for jumping on tonight, and the interaction, and for the super chats as well, and for supporting the channel. It's always appreciated. King Claw, it's a question there. Am I going to write it? Possibly. I got to just check it out, because I got to check the G-forces. I have low blood pressure, heart medication. I am allowed to ride roller coasters and things, but so I got the all clear there. It's just, will that potentially make me pass out or vomit? It might make a good fun video to watch though, so we'll have to see. So anyway, yeah. I think that would pretty much wrap things up for this fortnight's live chat. So again, thanks, Max. I just saw Max's comments there. Loves my stuff. Thank you for watching the videos. Sorry. Any speculation on the new stunt show? No, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously, people are wanting to see a Mad Max stunt show. I'm thinking it could be a Police Academy Part 2. I don't know. You know what? That would be cool. That would be cool. Don't know yet. So, but it's a quick turnaround. It apparently reopens in December. So, last show's this Sunday. So, if you want to check the current one out, do that. But yeah, haven't heard a whisper. Again, hoping for something cool like an IP, like a Mad Max or a Police Academy 2 or something like that. Time will tell, and not much time will tell. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for jumping on, everybody. We are going to leave it there. Yes, we are going to leave it there. So again, big thank you to everyone for jumping on tonight, taking time out of your week. Appreciate the support for the channel and for all the videos I put out, for the interaction on the live stream. Always appreciated. Again, don't forget to like and hype. There's a hype button there. Make sure you press that hype button on my videos. That gives me points, helps YouTube push my content out a little bit further than normal. So, and it doesn't cost you anything, of course. It's just push the hype button. So it's just around those like button areas, and it's just on YouTube. You'll find it. You'll just scroll across and you'll see the hype button. Yeah, appreciate that. It's on. I think it's on any new video I do, and you've got 7 days to do it. So otherwise, after that, you can, like for example, you can't go back now and hype all my old videos. It's all about new videos. It's just something new, and yeah, appreciate it. So anyway, we're gonna leave it all there. Like I said before. So just want to say a big thanks to everyone again for jumping on. Thanks for all the questions and everything. If I missed your question, not intentional, feel free to chuck us a message on Instagram anytime. I usually always reply when I get home from work or what have you. So yeah, so you can always got a question, ask it on there. sometimes these comments come through just so fast, and I think I'm caught up, and sometimes I've missed a whole heap, and apologies for that if that's happened. But yeah, just wanted to say that. So anyway, hope everyone has a great week. Hope everyone's got something cool planned for the weekend ahead. And again, I always appreciate everyone supporting the channel. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And of course, we'll see you on the next journey. Good night.